here at the Lil Guillotine.
Yeah.
With your host, Lil Guillotine, that's myself, and
LeBaron.
And we have Sugar Bear. So we were going to expound upon liberals.
Well, we were just sharing experiences organizing with liberals.
Oh yeah, folks want you to sign memorandum of understandings and shit. Understandings.
Oh, is that what?
Memorandums of understandings.
Yeah.
No, memorandums of understanding. There you go. Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And fucking. So I'm pretty sure that they got the folks who are doing security. Yo, check this out, Sugar Bear. I heard this. I don't know if you heard this, but they're gonna probably be policing folks on our side is the plan, or at least part of the plan from what I heard, which I think is crap. So yeah, just telling folks on our side, don't get into an altercation and preventing folks on our side from confronting the fascists, the 3%ers. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think that's a really bad use of a security team and helping the state and the cops if you do it like that. But we'll have to see though, because it was kind of secondhand. I'll find out from other folks.
Yeah, well, how exactly were they? You said they were gonna do some policing of us themselves.
Yeah, right.
So what? Are they cooperating with the police then, or?
Yeah, these fuckers are totally cooperating with the police.
Yeah,
I told them it was this one person from a liberal organization. I won't name any of these things. Was all they gave me some stuff to hand out to everyone that comes there so that they'll promise all this stuff about nonviolence, all these statements about nonviolence. So you're supposed to police folks that arrive there in order to get the permit. And I was like, well, you shouldn't have got the fucking permit then. And of course, the state is giving you literature to hand out that basically helps the state and is pro cops,
Oh, so it's a condition of the the permit, getting the permit or whatever. Because they got the permit, the cops demanded some shit and now they're cooperating.
Yeah, is it the cops or is it some city office that you deal with to get permits?
I'm not sure how the permit stuff works.
You can get permits at City Hall.
Yeah, right.
Say, do the 3%ers have permits?
I think you have to go to the police department to get permit at City Hall. I don't know.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, how did they get permits?
That speaks highly of us all that we don't fucking know because we've all done.
Well,
we're organized many protests, but we don't fuck with permits.
Well, we've kind of been comfortable in a way because we have a lot of protests, but it's usually. It's mostly on one side, you know what I mean? There's not a whole lot of 3%ers coming down to fucking Madison to do a protest at the I mean, there was I forget the name of him right now. That pastor's kid, Graham.
Oh yeah,
I forgot it.
Billy Graham.
Billy Graham came to the Capitol that one time with a busload of people or something in the middle of the afternoon.
Shit. Yeah.
But
yep.
Yeah, it does. I think it's something that it doesn't happen too often. So
yeah, I remember 2010 maybe or 2009, some nut job anti-women's health or reproductive healthcare, anti-reproductive healthcare.
Yes,
nut jobs came.
Yeah,
and we kind of protested them. I shouldn't sound ableist, but yeah, these folks were rabid misogynist, I should say. And but also I should tell you that we found out that these folks, these 3%ers, are at the Capitol in April. Did a little internet research, saw some pictures of them. They walked through there with their 3% flag and everything. Saw it.
I was gonna say, how many people were at that? I heard about that too.
It looked 50 from what I saw.
Yeah?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Think they photoshopped some in?
No, I don't think so.
Because I remember hearing about this too, but it went under the radar for everyone.
You could look that up. You want to look that up?
Anything about
Yeah, well, I've only heard it
Nothing at
since.
all.
Nobody heard.
I've only heard it since they've been
Well, they held
putting
it.
the new one
I
together.
heard that they did it during like the farmers market when it was up there with all those fucking people. That's why it looked like there were so many fucking people up there. It's
Yeah,
because
maybe.
It was during the farmers market. There was only 5 people who showed
Yeah,
up.
there was only 3%
Yeah,
flag.
but it was during the farmers market when they held their little rally up there, and
Yeah.
they did that on purpose.
Well, yeah, I
just
guess,
to show that they like.
Yeah,
It was just
that might be true.
It
Yeah,
was just a PR stunt.
right,
we'll have to
right,
look
right.
into- yeah.
So I think that's when they had their rally. That's what I heard.
So it's not
That
going
would,
down.
that would
this
make
time.
When
sense.
they were, yeah, because it was in August, right? Or
No, April.
Yeah,
I think
that's
April
around the
20 something.
That's from the time when the farmers market opens up. You know what I mean? For the
Oh
for the
yeah,
springtime
that's
season on the square.
That's right. So yeah, Brad, I found it by. Is that what you're looking for?
What?
Are you looking for that evidence of this? The pictures of this, or no?
Well,
Something else.
I'm curious now.
Well, I would tell you how I found it because it was hard to find. Because that's why we didn't know about it too. Even afterwards, still doing digging. Was I just went to there? It's called in parentheses We the People, and then 2019 is the name of the event on Facebook. And went to some of the folks that Smash Going on there and looked at their pictures, and a couple of them had pictures of them in April.
Like on their profiles?
On their profiles. It wasn't anywhere else. It was hard as heck to find besides that. Just some bad security culture from a couple individuals, basically.
Okay.
So yeah, they're trying to keep it. I mean, they didn't.
Yeah, so
publicize
simple
it
Google
much.
search isn't going to help me much.
No,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to do all that shit if you want to find that. But
Well, yeah, I guess if they're used to
But-
doxing people.
You know, liberals, they don't give a shit about security culture.
no.
No,
And
because
yeah.
for one,
these are
they
right
work with the
wingers too.
cops. That's the last thing you fucking do.
Yeah, fucking
You
right.
know? And what do you do when you work with the cops? Who do you become? You try to become police yourself. You try to police your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you get the idea that your will is greater for some reason than
Yeah.
your neighbors. You know.
Which brings me back to the point for on Saturday when the fascist fuckers are coming. And I can cuss, right?
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
It
wasn't
is,
sure.
it is the
Yeah,
internet.
why not?
Yeah.
You know, but
Beep.
yeah, MoveOn.org, they're organizing, I guess, their own like police force. They're gonna have all of these. They're gonna work with the cops to make sure that these fascist fuckers aren't, if they aren't attacked. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
when you think about that, I was thinking about it the other day, trying to come up with a word. And I even I even looked it up online to see what it was, to see if it would be appropriate for me to use. And I figured that it was. So I kind of feel like they're creating their own sort of like capo,
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
KAPO. And what that was is during the concentration camps,
Mhm.
the SS, they would give Jews who were there, they would give them a club and a whistle and a black like pea coat to wear, and they would have a white armband or a black armband that said capo on it.
Mhm.
And what their job was to do was to kind of like take the place of the SS, so the SS could go on and do more horrible things and stuff. And so the capos would be the ones who would beat the shit out of their own people, and so
Mhm.
and I'm like a history I'm like a history buff, and like World War II is something that I've really done like a lot of research into, and stuff like that and stuff. So and it seems like anybody would do anything they could to stay alive, if that meant turning on your own people just to live to see one more day.
Mhm.
Desperate people. That's what's going to start happening now. With these fucking liberals. Like that.
Yeah. Putting them in that impossible situation.
Right.
Yeah.
And their whole thing about violence this and violence that. They're always worried about violence coming from like anti-fascists, like myself.
Right.
Mhm.
And but they never question the violence that comes from the cops or the violence that comes from the 3%ers or like any other white nationalist organizations.
Yeah, yeah. They're just like, you shouldn't have been as rowdy, or you should have talked more or something.
Kind of like, we just want to make it as comfortable for them as we can, so that they will never want to try to come back to Madison. That is our only goal.
So Sugar Bear, remember there was that one cat on Facebook who was all like talking about they don't think that the fascists coming here, the 3%ers coming here, like with guns armed to the teeth, is violent, and then that same person kept around and turns around and like tries to police everybody in the event, talking about, oh, you should be nonviolent, this, even when folks aren't even talking about being violent, Yeah, remember that cat? That was pretty annoying, eh?
Yeah, that guy, that dude, he went after my friend down in Milwaukee, man. I mean, and he called my friend a Nazi. My friend's a devout anti-fascist,
Yeah.
Right?
And it's just like, dude, why would you even... I always thought like Nazi shaming would be a word to use to kind of explain it, but I wasn't sure. If you Nazi shame someone, it was like you call them a Nazi just because.
Well, I mean, when I was growing up, I mean, like, well, I guess Nazi wasn't used so much, but I mean, the Hitler thing was always brought up as like the example of like, oh, this is the evil person, this is the bad guy,
right.
So I mean, it came up a lot in like arguments when you're talking about good and evil and whatnot,
Yeah.
For a while, it's something that we've kind of casually talked about, and then now it's becoming to the forefront. People are like, oh, there's Nazis. It's like, they've kind of been there just in the background doing their thing.
And more and more people that are like, oh, there's Nazis? They were kind of cool. That shit's fucked up. But
of course, because that's that's exactly, why they're congregating and shit,
Yeah, and I do have raving critiques of the 3%ers, and I do also understand the economic and cultural conditions upon which their creation was made possible, and it's pretty sad, you know what I'm saying? It's like anti-working class shit, but fucking, you know what I'm saying? I still don't condone their incipient fascism, but yeah, fucking, it has to do with the fact that basically there's no upward mobility, and that fucking, economic conditions are horrible for many working class folks. But fucking, that doesn't mean I ain't gonna be out there stopping their incipient fascism by fucking, confronting them and making it known that they can't come to Madison without being challenged, as hundreds, if not thousands, of other folks will be out there doing tomorrow as well, 11:30 a.m.
Yeah, I know. Back in 2006, when I first moved to Wisconsin, I moved in March, and I moved into this co-op and was there, and this dude was like, hey, you're an anti-racist dude, so the Nazis are going to be here in a couple months, so we're organizing something about that. And the NSM, National Socialist Movement, from Minneapolis and Green Bay, they came down to Madison, wanted to try to get a foothold in Madison, and there's like, I don't know, maybe 50 of them, and like 3,000 people showed up to that one. It was huge.
Damn.
There was like anti-racist action from Milwaukee showed up for sure, because they came marching
3,000.
through with about 30 fucking people in the black bloc.
Yeah.
And people, they booed them. Oh, they fucking booed them, but they like walked straight up to the fucking cops and they're like, take down these fucking fences or we will take them down. So, because the NSM, they were surrounded by an army of fucking police on horses and shit, and riot cops from the state patrol. They had Monona police, University police, cops from like Midvale police, and like Sun Prairie cops.
Yeah.
They're all fucking down in Madison, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they had this chain link fence that was going around. They had going around half of the perimeter around the square.
Yeah.
And that's where the NSM was. They were behind this chain link fence with an army of fucking cops. And so Black Bloc showed up and they're like, take down the fucking fences or we'll take them down.
Yeah.
And then shit got kind of crazy for a minute. There was a bit of a scuffle with the cops. You know, I remember this cop dropped his fucking baton at this kid with his face covered up. He went down to pick up the cop's baton, right? But then this dude in sunglasses and shorts and he was wearing a polo just fucking punched him in the fucking face. And so we're just like, fuck, that dude's a fucking cop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
Fuck.
Polo and sunglasses,
like-
nice disguise.
Yeah, but when everything was going fine and stuff, and then after they were done, the crowd was still they were getting all super fucking pissed still. They started getting super pissed with the cops because the cops are starting to get all more aggressive with them, right? And then these kids, I don't know who they were, but they were all like, "They're over here! They're over here!" And it was when they were going to get on their buses, right?
Yeah.
And at that point, they had gotten past where the chain link fence was, right?
Uh-huh.
And the fucking cops were busy with the fucking crowd. You know, that's what was going on.
Yeah.
So then a bunch of fucking people started straying over, and then there's a video of this online. You just see all these fucking kids just go running toward the fucking buses, are right, and they fucking start fucking smashing around with the fucking Nazi fucks. You know, and then something that they didn't expect in Madison. They didn't expect to actually get their asses kicked in Madison, or actually because they always felt that Madison was like a soft, you know, any story, but that. There was a bit of a scuffle that went down stuff. So there's a picture online of the cops with the fucking they're like pushing the fucking people who were like doing the beating of the Nazis. It shows them like getting in between and like pushing them back. Be like, get the fuck back.
Yeah.
And I was looking at that photo the other day, and I was like, oh shit, that's my friend. That's one of my friends who's in that photo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna say his name, but he's this Irish radical kid that I know. So,
all right. Man.
Well, Irish American radical kid.
Yeah.
Okay. What were you gonna say, Liam?
Oh, I was gonna talk about some of the liberals that we're organizing with are like in contact with the police and shit like that. I don't know if I told you that too already, but allegedly the police told them, which that's another thing I would recommend against, is talking to the police. Even from a legal perspective, if you're a conservative, talking to the police is just problematic. But fucking, you know, from a political perspective too, don't talk to the police. So anyways, fucking
there's that video that's got a lawyer talking about why you shouldn't, all the reasons you shouldn't talk to a police.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good one.
Did you see that video? Did the two stoner lawyers?
I haven't heard of these stoner lawyers.
Oh no, dude, this
man.
is fucking great. Yeah, these two stoner. They. I think they're either in Colorado, California, or Oregon.
Wait, are they lawyers for stoners, or are they themselves stoners that make videos about the law?
No, they're lawyers who are representing people who have been illegal raids on dispensaries.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, they had this video online, and it's all about shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like, because I guess what happened was there was a raid that happened, and there was like 3 people inside the place, you know, that was there. 2 of them said that they volunteered there, and the third one shut the fuck up and didn't say a goddamn word, right? So the guy who shut the fuck up, no charges are brought against him, right?
Yeah.
And so then they go through the whole thing. It's like, what do you do if you get stopped by the cops? You know, you're asking, why have I been stopped? You know, and if they tell you why you've been stopped, ask them,
am I free to go?
Am I free to go?
Yeah.
Or am I being free to go? Am I being detained?
Am I being detained?
Am I free to go? Or am I? Am I being detained or am I free to go?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's different in different states and shit.
If they keep asking you more questions, the next thing is you plead the 5th, right? And then you shut the fuck up until you get a lawyer. You shut the fuck up. You do not say a word. You shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But it's a rad video. I mean, the guys, the dude's like smoking a blunt, but
nice.
You know, but they're super like radical lawyers. There's another dude on Instagram, the drug lawyer. That dude,
that guy follows me. on
I love that
Instagram.
guy.
Oh yeah, the
I
drug
follow him.
lawyer.
I
Yeah,
love
he's
that
dope.
guy. That guy's
Nice,
super
nice.
fucking. He's like super
Shout
knowledgeable
outs to
about
drug
like
lawyer, I
he's
guess.
super knowledgeable about like marijuana law and stuff like that. So and like
Yeah,
loopholes and shit that he can catch. They can catch.
Got a good
You know.
Instagram page.
Yeah,
But I was
got the
saying,
hang of that shit.
I was saying about these liberals talking to
Yeah.
cops is that, yeah. So the cops told them that they're expecting about 150, them to bring out 150, and that before that, my disclaimer was that you don't need to talk to the cops to organize a protest either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You never need to do that, even though it always seems like you do.
They're gonna know about it.
Yeah,
They're gonna know about it. You don't need to tell them.
They want you to like confer with them, but that's also putting yourself at a legal risk to be a conservative, and also fuck the police. Don't give them any fucking information
Yeah, and then
to like destroy your movement because that's what their job is.
and then you have people who I don't know what their deal is or where they come from, right? But like I was talking with you earlier, it's the liberal mind. The liberal mind is something that needs to be pulled out of somebody's head and examined by fucking specialists.
The
Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? You know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, that's why I love that song by Phil Oakes, Love Me, I'm a Liberal. That was later covered by Mojo Nixon and Jelly Biafra.
All right.
On their album Prairie Home Invasion.
All right.
And stuff, so.
Yeah.
But it's a great song. And it kind of talks to them about you know, kind of points out about how the liberal mind is and how it's like.
It's fucked.
I mean, that song was written like a long time ago, but you hear that song and then you look at these liberals after hearing that song and you realize that it's the same fucking thing that song's about. And that song was written over like 30-something years ago, maybe.
Let's check out that song.
Yeah, there's a lot of
and it's just like the
that,
same thing. It's just like the same cycle, and it's like the cycle. The cycle's got to fucking end somewhere. You know,
right.
I meet people on Facebook all the time who tell me about oh, I'm a liberal, I'm anti-fascist, and I'm a liberal. I'm like, do you punch Nazis? Well, I don't think. But you're not an anti-fascist, so go fuck yourself. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, you know what? Lately,
You know?
I've been kind of adopting my own kind of. It's my own kind of way of distinguishing like liberal from liberalism, you know,
Right.
like capital L, liberalism, or wait, no, capital L liberal would be like someone that is a liberal, you know, that's playing the part of a liberal, and then like lowercase l is just like the definition of liberal, what liberal is, you know. So like it's like when I think about someone that is like, you know, calls themselves a liberal, like that's their like title, you know what I mean? Whether or not they're doing liberal things with that title, like that's what, you know, culture considers liberalism, you know, is that capital L version of it,
Right.
you know.
There's this
So we're all fucking confused
Yeah.
about it. Well, a lot of people are fucking confused about the terminology in general, you know,
Yeah.
but
Well, there's this video that I watch every once in a while when I get like super baked and just don't want to do anything and just kind of want to be chill. You know, it's called Fighting Talk, and it's on YouTube. It's about the anti-fascist action and the shit that they do or did around 1993 against like the National Front shit, you know, and it talks about the Battle of Waterloo Station when National Front tried to come into London and London people met him at the train station and beat the fuck out of him, and the fascists who came, they never left the train station. They got back on their trains and went back to where they came from. They weren't even able to make it into the town square before they got beaten shit out of by people using because that's, and it kind of goes on and it talks about the history of like why, you know, and like you deal with the fascist as in ways such as violence, because the narrator for it, Thomas Mensford, he was big anti-fascist, and he's one of my friends on Facebook. He's also the singer for the legendary old school street punk anti-fascist band, the Angelic Upstarts.
Okay.
And
Angelic
they're very,
Upstarts.
Yep, they're very Red Till Dead is their motto, sort of. You know what I mean? So
Hey,
they have a
we're
song.
recording the
they have
Lil
a song called
Guillotine.
Red Till Dead.
Yeah, that's dope.
And there's a video of them that I was watching about like how he was dealing with the police and these fascists because he doesn't go out and he's an old man, kind of sort of. He's like what I don't know. He's probably maybe in his 60s at least, and he's still like playing fucking. He's just still on tour. It's like I don't know how they do it.
Well, that's what's great about
to
those.
be so old and still be touring and not
Well-
be and not be dead yet. But like Johnny Ramone, the fucking Ramones are all dead pretty much.
Well, it's like kind of.
That's good though because the Ramones.
That was their
fuck the- you know,
downfall.
fuck the Ramones. Fuck the Ramones. Fuck the Ramones. I fucking hate the Ramones because you know they were all when they were inducted into.
I don't know anything about
Controversial.
When they were
You don't?
inducted, when they were
Not much.
inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Uh-huh.
It was during the Bush War era, right? And they're like, we got to get behind our president.
For real?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that's
gotta
right,
Get
yeah.
behind
Well,
our
that's-
president.
They got
That's
lots of
the-
hate for that.
You know,
yeah.
and they had
That's
like
the-
they had
for
that
real.
song is like kill commie for my mommy or don't talk to commies. You know,
Shut the fuck up. They
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
Kill Commie for my mommy.
Yeah.
Well, that's the. That's
something
the.
like that. You know, one of these. Just
That's what
fuck
sucks
the
about
Ramones.
aging
And they're
like rock
fucking,
musicians.
you know.
Yeah.
Is like
Yeah, bro.
they just
No.
the older they get,
Well,
like
that's and you know what's fucked up. What's fucked up is Gavin McGinnis and the Proud Boy fight. That piece of shit.
Gavin McGinnis. Why does
Okay.
that sound familiar?
Gavin McGinnis.
Proud
he's-
Boys.
Country
he's
star?
the- he's-
Proud Boys
he's the
started
Proud-
Vice.
He's
Oh.
a Proud Boy founder, right?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
You know,
and Vice
It's-
founder.
He's a d-bag.
he I don't know what the fuck happened, but it got blasted all over like all of these fucking groups that I was on Facebook one day. I just got like, hit with this barrage of people up in all this discussion and shit like that. And apparently the Proud Boys had declared war on the skinheads against racial prejudice.
Right.
As street active anti-fascist beat down fucking find out where you fucking live and beat you down on your fucking doorstep movement that started back in like
Right.
1987.
Yeah, like the Swedish Red Movement
And,
shit, or what was it called?
and then they also challenged the Red and Anarchist Skinhead movement, which is another movement of anti-racist skinheads. It was based in New York City in 1993, 1994. It came out of what was known as the Mayday Crew. It was a bunch of these kids who just got together and just started
Yeah.
beating the shit out of fascists on the fucking
Well,
street corners. You
I
know
was
what
gonna say,
mean?
could you expound on the skinhead background? Because like I just heard this story very recently, and because I wasn't I wasn't aware that there were like lefty skinheads.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was like I didn't know that term was so. Yeah, just explain the background.
Yeah, I am about 25 years. I've been skinhead for about 25.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, where does that term like come from as far as the use on like the left? Because like I heard that it came like somewhere in Europe. It was originated, right?
No.
No?
Okay.
Am I wrong in that?
The skinhead movement started in around like 1968, 1969. Started in Jamaica.
Right.
Okay.
And the original skinheads were rude boys.
Right.
There's original
Rude boy.
Wait, is that where that term comes from?
The original,
What?
yep.
Is that what they're
Yes,
referencing
Rude Boys,
in those
Rude
songs?
Boys and
Yeah,
Skinheads
them-
is the same.
Oh
It's the
my
same.
God.
It's the same
Them
thing.
bald heads. We're gonna chase
Okay,
them bald
all right.
heads out
The
of
Godfather.
the
The
town.
Godfather.
I always just think of
Chase
Scockheads.
Those
The
crazy-
Godfather of skinhead, the
bald
dude who actually
heads.
coined the term skinhead, was this dude Laurel Aiken, and he's of Jamaican Cuban descent.
Okay.
And he's the boss skinhead. He calls himself. I'm boss,
The boss skinhead.
Yes.
I believe
What a
the-
title.
And so when Jamaicans were going into London, they brought that rhythm and that vibe and that music, the reggae
Mhm.
music, right?
Yeah.
The northern, well, not the northern soul. That was something that came along later, but they brought that music and that style with them, and they were moving into like white neighborhoods, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of them were chased out by like the white communities, right? But other like working class communities and kids, they like that music. They felt that music, right? And
the kids of the
so
people
they
around?
indoctrinated the white working class, kind of like indoctrinated itself with the blacks, and they created the unity in the movement. And the Skinhead Against Racial Prejudice started in 1987 in New York City by some really rad dudes.
All right.
And this band, The Oppressed, came into New York to play a show, and they saw skinheads at their show that were passing out sharp this and sharp that and sharp this, and then they got in contact with them, right? And since The Oppressed is big time anti-fascist skinhead band from, I think they're from Cardiff, Wales, somewhere in Wales.
All right.
They took that sharp and took it back with them, and then they created the movement with the ska movement and the music movement, and they built it up to the music scene. And
so wait,
building the skinhead movement up to be like, we're gonna go out and we're gonna go beat the fuck out of these national. We're gonna go beat the fuck out of the National Front.
So wait, you're telling me that the origins of ska music are political?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, that's fucking mind blowing.
So then when
like it's something
because it was the two bands like the Specials, they were white and black
remember
mixed.
The Specials?
Bad Manners were white and black mixed.
Oh my god.
Selector 7 was white and black mixed.
I didn't listen to Selector 7 those two, yeah.
Madness. There's Madness that was,
See, I definitely caught the not as good end of ska. You know what I mean? Like, I caught the like kind of pop ska or whatever you want to call it.
No.
But like all the ska stuff I saw like growing up or in high school was just like people not taking themselves very seriously and using brass. You know what I mean? There was no political shit. It was just like it was like a pop punk band with some brass in it. You know what I mean? But like I had no idea there was a political origin to that. That's amazing.
And how I got involved with the whole skinhead sharp movement was I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah, born and raised, right?
Right.
And Salt Lake's always been a weird fucking place because there's no separation between church and state. The church kind of runs the fucking,
right.
The church
got a lot
runs the show.
I got a lot of family out that way.
And
for real.
When I was in high school,
Mormons.
When I was in high school, I was with my friends. With my skater friends, we were down at the park smoking a joint before we go to our first period.
Yeah.
And we get to school and go to your locker and you open it up and this business card thing falls on the ground, and they were all over the fucking ground. And my friend was like, "What the fuck is this?" And you look at it, and it said, "Americans awake! Americans awaken! We're being overrun by hordes of criminals and thieves. Do your part. Join the National Alliance."
Oh yeah, the fucking National Alliance.
So they had a headquarters in Salt Lake. Down in what was it like? 13,
that's the
1300. I think like 1300, 900 south and like 1300 east. I think if I remember if I can remember the Salt Lake streets.
Wait, were they in any way connected? I know this might be stereotypical, but were they connected to the Mormons in any way?
No.
Like it wasn't at all religious affiliation and okay.
Mm-mm.
What's up, folks? We're recording the Lil Guillotine. I'm Lil Guillotine. This is Brad LeBaron, and this is Sugar Bear over here, who wishes to remain anonymous.
Yeah.
So I was going to talk about folks also who, these liberals who we're organizing with, who be talking to the cops. There's motherfuckers like Freddie Gray, like you can't even look at the cops, let alone talk to the cops, or you'll fucking get killed. 'Cause that's why they killed Freddie Gray, because he looked at him wrong and shit. And so yeah, these folks are talking to the cops. So that's a very bad idea. So yeah, they told us that they're gonna put up barricades. I believe, asked us if we wanted it around us, and the liberal, I guess, said that it's up to them. It's up to the police. This liberal also
Up to them.
This liberal also claims to be like, well, I mean, they're like a labor historian person. It just amazes me how like all these labor folks end up being so pro cop. There's a liberal labor person who's involved who is in like AFSCME, and they like fucking organize police, which really sucks and skews a lot of politics of folks in the union, I think, really hardcore.
Yeah.
But what pisses me off about this whole thing, about what she did, was she didn't go to the first meeting.
So, but they weren't at the first meeting, though?
She didn't go to the first meeting.
Okay.
Yeah. And then she comes to the second meeting.
Yeah.
And
this liberal.
She announced that she got a permit. I was just like, wow, that's really exceeding your white liberal fucking agenda. Because that is something that should have been discussed before anything was done.
So wait.
So.
She just like walked in with the permit, having not been part of the planning process.
Yeah, she did the same thing this other woman did.
Yeah.
This other fucking rat, I call her. She's rat.
Liberal.
She's fucking liberal.
But
liberal on her ranks, amongst her ranks.
They just it's like there's already planning going on for this counter protest. It's
during the Occupy, what was it, like 2012, when they had their encampment over on, where was that?
Nothing.
I lost my only viewer. That's all.
You're like, oh shit.
Bye bye.
It's all right. People will still hear this. They'll hear this in the future.
But like, I'm gonna go live on a different one now.
They had I guess the cops are gonna come and drive them off of the Veterans Plaza. I guess that's the place when they had their encampment. And so I remember getting an emergency alert and several texts on my phone being like, "Get to Veterans Square, the cops are coming. We got to defend the place because they're coming to tear it down and run us out." So people started coming. There was like hundreds of people just started showing up. They're like, "Fuck this," and trying to. We thought, "Holy shit, they're gonna come here and battle with the fucking cops."
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. I mean, these people must really understand what the fuck is going on, and they're finally fucking cracked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. Wish they would.
Yeah.
But then this person comes running down the stairs of the Capitol, and she's waving this piece of paper. She's like, "I got a permit. We can stay until April."
Oh yeah,
they moved them to a parking lot it was like out of sight.
I know what you're saying. That
the Occupy thing, like on East Wash.
Yeah, where
there was the big, there was the
and that condo.
Is that right with?
It was
a
lot.
My God!
Yep. What's up, folks?
I didn't even realize that.
Yep. We're
Festival of Foods was the ground zero of the actual permitted Occupy.
The permitted Occupy.
And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" It's like it doesn't mean anything. You haven't won anything. You just agreed to a permitted space for a permitted amount of time, and that's all it is.
Yeah. Hey, hold on. We're recording the Lil Guillotine. I'm Lil Guillotine. This is Brad LeBaron and Sugar Bear over here.
Yep.
So we're talking about Occupy in Madison and shit. Yeah, I remember that liberal was talking about how they acting like they were the hero and saved Occupy and shit by their very their statist activities, which was getting a permit and like corroborating with the police.
Yep. Well, it's and then the thing. Sorry.
There you go. Yeah.
But the thing is years later, I've always told people, it's like, do not talk to this person because she works with the fucking cops. And then they're like, oh no, blah blah blah, right? The other they're like, oh they like, oh, I love her. She's a great person. She does a lot of good stuff. So blah blah blah. And they didn't listen to what I was saying. You announced to a room full of 60, 70 people that you openly work with the fucking police.
Openly
organize with the Capitol Police, the Dane County Police, the Madison Police, the University Police.
Was she like the liaison?
Yeah,
of the
she's a
police?
self-appointed liaison. That's the position that she gave to herself during
Uh-huh.
the Occupy movement, because the police are workers too, and they have families to feed and bills to pay. You know, I was like, yeah, Tony Robinson's mom had a mouth to feed. You know,
Yeah.
what happened with that?
Yeah, they have their own.
And why was
union,
she
but-
never at any of the Black Lives Matters things? But when the cops had their Blue Lives rally matters, she was
Ugh.
up there with her IWW shirt on, up there with the cops, talking with all the Madison police.
Wait,
running
she was
around.
there for that?
Yeah,
Oh my.
because we planned a counter demonstration against that.
Yeah.
And it turned into Black Lives Matter kids started doing shit down on the south side at the new police precinct that went up down there on the south side.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I mean-
so they went down. No, that was where Matt Kenny was going to be on the south side. He was going to be stationed on the south side of Madison to the south side patrol. So they went down to voice their opinion about that, but on the same day, right?
Yeah.
So we left. We thought that everybody was going to meet at the Tony Robinson house and then march there, right? But
Yeah.
no, and so we go walking down. We get up around this Capitol Square. The cops are up there with all their flashing lights in their cars, and they're having like a Blue Lives Matter because those two cops in New York City got fucking their lives taken from them because they fucked with some dude, and they fucked with him so bad over the months. This homeless dude, right? They fucked with him so bad, and they fucked with him so bad that he finally had enough of it, and he went in to his apartment and got a gun and left and told his neighbors, "Watch this shit." And walked over and shot the two cops.
Damn.
Shot him dead in their SWAT car.
Well, yeah, and there was that, you know.
And somebody asked me, "How do I at my work the next day?" They asked me like, "How do you?" Like, "Hey, did you hear about those two cops that got murdered?" I was like, "No, I don't really pay attention to the news. Other than I don't trust anything I see on TV." And they're like, it was like these two cops, they got offed, and I was like, "Well, you know me, I don't cry over wasted bacon.
Here, let Brad say some shit.
I'll
Okay.
shed no tears over wasted bacon."
All right.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna
I know
say that.
is that pretty brutal?
Well, no, I mean
Is
that's
the FCC gonna come and get me?
there's no FCC here.
I got my location turned off my phone. They don't know where I am. Hopefully.
But no, I was just gonna
Sugar
mention
bear.
like there was also that what was it that shooter or whatever they sent in that robot in Texas. You guys remember that?
Oh yeah,
And it was that
Micah.
shooter. Yeah, that shooter that shot like a. Did any cops
Micah
die
Xavier.
during that?
Micah Xavier. Yeah, I think he killed like 13 cops or 7 cops or something.
I don't think it was
like that.
13. I don't think it was that many. But
It was.
I feel like it was a bigger
it
deal
was
than
like a
7.
baker's dozen.
But
it was like he killed a lot of
But-
cops. Micah Xavier.
but
I never heard of it.
But yeah, that's
Never heard
that.
of
Well, that's
Uh,
another
was-
story that they rally behind for Blue Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Because that was also right before they started to have little Blue Lives Matter rallies, and they made their little like fucking American flag with a blue line on it and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
And it's like it's clearly like it's a response to Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's named in response to that. So like it's clearly their commentary on Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So it's totally just racist in its inception.
yeah. The motherfucking Punisher skull with the flag with the blue line in it. That shit's new. But
Apparently there's. I read an article. Well, I read a headline on Reddit
about that.
about the fact that the creator of Punisher wants cops to stop using his symbol.
Oh yeah, and the cop lovers.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't like the fact that
3%ers
police
use
are
it.
using that symbol.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same
Yeah.
with it's sorry, but it's
Yeah.
the same with Fred Perry and the Proud Boys.
Yeah, no doubt. Fred Perry's
Stop
like,
using our fucking shirts for your fucking bullshit. We do
Well,
it,
that's what that's like the thing is like they keep on like appropriating these different things and like the people always come out of the woodwork like please stop using our shit.
Fred Perry was I think I may be mistaking. I have to check and see, but correct me if I'm wrong, though, please. But I think Fred Perry was a queer tennis star from London or Scotland or Wales, somewhere there in the UK, and that's what Fred Perry is and who Fred it was. Perry.
Yeah.
Who was put out by.
Yeah, and Fred Perry was some anti-fascist shit before it was some fucking Proud Boy shit.
Oh yeah, it was one of the more traditional dress shirts that the skinhead movement would wear.
Yeah,
Fred Perry. You always had because they had.
So what did they choose it as like a we're stealing this from you guys or
no? It was just everybody just wore a Fred Perry.
Yeah, it was just popular.
Yeah, just
popular around
the working class.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know, because I guess they were pretty
That's
cheap.
Fair.
They were flashy looking. They were pretty cheap, so working class people could actually afford it. To actually give them something to wear that looks nice. So even though that they're living in a squalor, it kind of helps them keep their fucking pride.
Well, it's like flannel before grunge music,
right?
You know, it was just something you got at the thrift store because it was cheap and there was a lot of it and it was warm or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and all of a sudden it became this fashion thing.
Right.
Yeah, the Threepers used the fucking Punisher thing, but also fucking. There's been Blue Lives Matter rallies since like the fucking FOPs, the Fraternal Orders of Polices, were invented in like the kind of like the 50s and 60s and shit.
Well, they weren't called that though, were they?
FOPs is like came out in like the 50s and 60s.
I mean, Blue Lives Matter.
Well, they weren't called that, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
But there's been like, and the police would get together and like fucking riot. That's like a common thing that they do, just like outside of work. Because of whatever reason, and their supporters, you know what I'm saying? Like, just beat people. That's like a really common thing that's happened a lot. If you look at the history of it, like, it happens a lot all throughout history ever since their inception in, like, the 70s and shit. Like, they fucking riot. They stay rioting.
They're like, we gotta finish what we couldn't do during the shift.
Yeah, and then Christian Williams makes a good point about how, like, even their riot control is basically just police riots. They just get out of control. They don't know they're useless tactics. It's just a bunch of bullshit state repression.
Well, yeah, it's predicated on the idea that one of you is going to lose it, and everyone's just going to turn into animals or some shit. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of predicated on the idea that we can't control ourselves or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. They talk about police psychology too. Christian Williams does in his book. It's called "And Our Enemies in Blue," and that's a classic that everyone should read. I think.
Also, what was it?
You got
who do you serve? Who do you protect? Who do you serve?
Oh,
who do you serve? Who do you protect?
All right, bet.
That's a good one.
We're on Revolver Audio. Revolver Audio Studios.
Or just Revolver Studios.
Revolver Studios.
Yeah.
Fresh out of Revolver Studios.
Yeah. Still getting used to saying it.
I was when I was in Chicago.
Rude boy.
Living in Little Village. A great place. I love that place.
Where's that? I don't know that place.
Little Village?
Yeah.
Little Village is just next door to Pilsen.
Yeah, all right.
It's a little further south.
Okay, you told me about this before.
Little Village is Wikipedia. It's known as the Mexico of the Midwest.
Okay.
Because they have a bus that comes straight from Juarez, Mexico, in through Dallas into Southside Chicago.
Okay.
And that's how a lot of the people from Mexico are coming in is on the buses.
Okay.
You know, and then they're going to places around, like, to get jobs and stuff around the community. That's why the community won't hire white people in their community. For one, because of the gentrification.
Yeah.
And for two, they need to give their family who are coming in from Mexico, they need to give them jobs. And then they can hopefully legally do whatever they need to do. But the thing with Chicago is that it's a sanctuary city. So these ICE raids, It never happened in Chicago.
The whole city?
The whole city, yeah, because it's
How do they keep that going?
It's a sanctuary city.
Like
Yeah,
none
so
of the
it's
people in
it's
Chicago
their
cooperate?
It's in their constitution, their state constitution.
So,
wow.
so is it here? It is so
it's
here
their
too.
state constitution.
But they raided us here, and the fucking cops were even like trying to stop them, but they like are a bunch of slick ass fucking assholes,
Yeah.
and they did it anyways under the
Yeah.
cops.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, I saw the cops even. I was out patrolling and shit
Yeah, I saw
for like hours. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, with my babies and shit, because
Yeah.
it was like, fuck this shit. I'm about to.
Yeah. I noticed when
throw
I
down
was in
to stop
Chicago
this.
because I kept getting your notifications about
Oh, all right.
ICE agents seen here at this place, what was
Oh,
it,
yeah.
the Hacienda
Okay, yeah.
down on Park
That-
Street.
right,
That was
right.
one of the ones that got raided. The Hacienda.
I think so. Yeah, I can't remember though, so I don't want to. Yeah. Yeah, those places, and then there was a bunch of scares. It was kind of bad because we had bad control over it. So there was a bunch of folks that were out patrolling and stuff, and then but we were communicating with each other and the folks that were organizing it, like Voces de la Frontera, and fucking. So we were like
Voces?
censoring ourselves because we were not putting stuff public that we were scared of, and we were all scared too because we were like, oh, look at this, everybody. There was like a bunch of pictures. Folks were like, oh, this is ICE. This might be ICE. So was I too. I did like 2 or 3 pictures of folks that I thought, and people were like, nope. And then, unfortunately,
I remember that. There's a lot of people posting
What,
about
they
it.
just had
Yeah,
people riding
everyone
around
on
it-
Facebook,
what was it, just
though-
like a bunch of people riding around in NART cars.
Well, no, there was definitely ICE out raiding, but the people on Facebook though, everybody got paranoid, understandably so.
Yeah.
And people on Facebook were just extrapolating and postulating and just scaring the shit out of everybody everywhere across the whole city instead of like waiting for what the patrols were seeing, which would have been more useful. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what
I think
happens. You know,
People were mostly well-meaning, but it
Oh,
was
yeah,
just
for sure,
Yeah,
for
but it
sure.
was just like
they had to censor me too.
We
'cause
were
I
all
was
like,
no,
"What do
this
we
is
do?
ICE.
What do we do about
Yeah.
this?" Like, it was kind of an interesting day on Facebook, well, on social media
Yeah.
in general, because it was like everyone was like kind of talking about it in different ways.
Figgity fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys. Searching al amigo all of my life. Figgity fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys. CBP DHS, they'll pay the price. Figgity fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys. Hold and abolish it like it's a vice. Figgity fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys. Smash it up, burn it down, that shit is tight. Yeah, oh, would have never thought you were this slow. Beating even plots can stop out. Feeding people out to the hype though. You been keeping tight to the pinfall. Kicking over water when it's fatal. Letting people ride, that was untold. Keeping families locked in a stable. We don't need no cops, that's a fable. Zero tolerance is a dog whistle. Many dollars spent raiding domiciles. They deliver in what they promised, y'all. Racist military that's dividing all. Your resistance is unconscionable. Our resistance is incomparable. Rip children from arms and you claim there's no harm. Stop building an armed fascist race cleansing army. We going after ICE, we going after Customs and Border Patrol, we going after the whole damn Department of Homeland Security. Yeah, hey. Figgity fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys. Searching al amigo all of my life. Figgity fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys. CBP DHS, they'll pay the price. Figgity fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys. Hold and abolish it like it's a vice. Figgity fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys. Smash it up, burn it down, that shit is tight. We gonna beat down, got the whole street down. We target ICE and we never think twice. Pivot and pinning on all of these guys. Can't stop at the cops, let's close the whole shop. CBP DHS, we target all of this. We be keen, it's a fact. Democrats roll this back. Both sides are to blame, throw system in flames. Begins in 96, it's Clinton's legacy. He authored racist scripts, fuck white supremacy. It's bigger than you, we see what you do. Borders are violent, that's why we're rioting. Nations are virulent, smash it or die with it. Yeah. Round up the people, claim that you're peaceful. Squeaky clean vote machine, duopoly obscene. There's fascist tendencies right there for all to see. We've seen this before, it leads to mass gore. We held a mass meeting, be damned if we're sleeping. The plan ain't retreating, the rich we are eating. Figgity fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys, fuck guys. Searching al amigo all of my life. Figgity fuck ice, fuck ice, fuck ice, fuck ice, fuck
How many
ice.
liberals are involved in this?
CBPDHS the
Tons of liberals.
Well, there was a lot. There was like a lot of people I knew.
Like I said, the cops were trying to stop him too, which was weird. But you know, I still wasn't talking to them. But you know, they said they were gonna, and they were doing it.
How are the cops trying to stop them?
So there was like one rumor that they were at the East High School, and then that the ICE was at the East High School like snagging kids, which is a really bad rumor that would never prove to be true because I think they raided McDonald's early that morning, and then it just like hours later it came out during lunch or some shit. Yeah, down the road, like 6 blocks down the road.
Just at the one by that what is it, that little strip mall with the light.
Yeah, that's right. So they had been there at 6 a.m. and then on social media, like 6 hours later, it ended up it manifested as the rumor as they're out snagging high school students at lunchtime, and then everyone got in a frenzy, and the cops ended up going there, and the cops were like looking for ICE to stop them too, because that's some bullshit.
Yeah,
because
they were
bypassing
their jurisdiction.
And I saw them because I was driving around because I live right there, so I'm like, fuck that, I'm about to go stop ICE.
Like, how were the cops? What were they doing? Just stop them.
Yeah, they didn't necessarily.
Did they have any
shit.
sort of tactics that they were doing, where they're just like begging them on their hands and knees, please don't do this, please don't do this, please don't do this, whimpering?
Yeah. I doubt that they were going there to help though.
Yeah, well, it was more. I think it was also. It was also more that they were like pissed that they were overstepping their agreed upon kind of understanding. You know? Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, because like when they came into town, I remember hearing that they said they weren't going to cooperate and that they weren't okay with it, but they would tolerate it.
Yep.
But then
that's a bullshit move that they do though. It's propaganda.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's what happens in that.
And that's well, going back
smart of them.
Going back to what's coming on in the next couple of hours here, in downtown Madison, is that the 3%.
11:30, everyone. Be there.
The 3%ers have been helping ICE round up. Helping them out on roundups. Helping them round up immigrants. I heard. I read that somewhere. I don't know if you were talking about that.
Yeah, they help them do border patrols, and they basically they're down there helping Customs Border Patrol do their job, like patrolling the borders with vigilante squads of roving fucking armed militia white supremacists, and they fucking proclaim that they're anti-state and they go against the state, but they end up doing their job for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's one of the biggest ironies of those people is that they're, however distrusting of the government and of authority they are or whatever, they just love the cops. Love them some cops, love them some military, Well,
the cops are a part of the 3%ers. And they're a part of the Oath Keepers, because the Oath Keepers and the 3%ers are one of the same.
Yep, and they also, these 3%ers that are coming here tomorrow to protest, they organize fucking armed protests against Syrian refugees in the U.S. and Idaho and California, which is some extremely racist bullshit. Poor fucking refugees here.
Yeah,
because of some U.S. war.
Like, Jesus.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Can you imagine, coming over to a completely foreign land after dealing with that shit?
Yeah.
And then dealing with more bullshit.
And U.S. is guilty of that because of that war, It's because of U.S. that war.
God,
and our foreign policy in the area. But motherfucking, they also have organized armed protests at mosques a number of times. Oh yeah, they tried to kill a couple of their members. Tried to kill and bomb some Somali folks, and also one of their supporters shot 5 black comrades in the 4th Precinct occupation in Minneapolis during a Black Lives Matter protest there.
Wait, how many?
5 comrades. He shot 5 comrades. Yep. None of them died, thankfully.
Was that guy?
Maybe that's why I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, no, because it's racism.
Well, also that
and left suppression.
There was that white dude who attacked those 2 Muslim girls on the train in Portland.
Yeah.
That he ended up killing, stabbing what was it, like 2 people to death?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of Muslim attacks. There's been an increase, especially since big old orange guy started whipping shit up.
Well, I was just listing shit specifically about the 3%ers because they try to claim that they're like a civil service organization or that they're fucking just like some kind of anti-state organization, but they're tied to so much fascism and fucking fascist, neo-fascist bullshit. Like there's so much evidence and data about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So they also, there was one more thing that I missed. I think. Okay, go on though. While I think about it. You were gonna say
me?
anything? Yeah, you.
Well.
just kidding.
Now I'm enwrapped in what you were saying now.
So let me see these motherfuckers.
We were talking about the Syrian refugees. And
yeah, can you believe that shit?
Yeah.
I
was like, do we have any? We don't have any in this state, do we?
No,
Didn't Scott Walker?
3%ers?
No. Syrian refugees. Didn't Scott Walker say no or something?
Oh, he's an asshole. What a fucking dick.
Yeah. I forget where we landed on the taking in Syrian refugees.
Oh, we should have. What the hell? Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Gotta say adios to that fucking Scott.
Yeah. Let's take a moment to say adios to Scott fucking Walker.
Scott the fuck Walker.
Piece of shit.
See you later, fuckface.
Yeah.
See you in the funny pages.
And now we gotta hold Tony Evers' feet to the flames on shit.
I don't know.
I don't know too much about it. I'm just saying to anyone listening, if you hope for anything to be accomplished, we gotta hold this guy accountable all the fucking time.
Right.
We gotta complain.
And he needs to legalize marijuana.
Yeah, god damn it. For real. Jesus Christ, I could go on about this, but I don't want to.
You want to gain
It's just
supporters, man. If you want to gain supporters, if you're a politician,
He didn't want to though.
And you want to gain supporters, man.
Wait. Did Tony Evers? What's his stance on it?
Didn't he like refuse to answer the questions and shit?
I don't know.
Jeez,
well,
Louise.
Refusing to answer the question, that could still be pushed though.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
but dude, fucking that would help us so much.
I'm not gonna mention that. I don't want to mention that.
Oh,
but
okay.
it's like we're living in the fucking Stone Age right now. You know what I mean? Like we're so far behind everyone else in this particular area, and it's embarrassing at this point. You know?
Yeah, that shit's
but the
up.
cool thing though about being in Madison is, like I hang out with my friends sometimes down at State Street and right outside the Espresso Royale, right? We're down there. We smoke all the time.
Yeah, I smoked downstate. Yeah.
Down at Peace Park.
We're
always smoking. Like people can smell it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can smell it.
Yeah.
And the cops who are walking around on foot patrol, they can fucking smell it, and they don't say a goddamn fucking word about it. They don't stop you anymore for that.
Nope.
And
they've been like surprisingly chill about that for the most part
for lots of years now.
A friend of mine was like, "Well, haven't you heard that
unless you're black,
Chief Koval from the Madison Police came out being in support of the decriminalization of marijuana?"
Yep,
so he pretty much told his officers, "You need to go out and look for the fucking heroin shit and just leave the fucking potheads the fuck alone."
Yeah,
leave them be.
I was in jail once,
because that's what's and stuff. So I mean,
that's
Koval's a piece of shit. Still.
Yeah, fuck the police.
You know what I mean?
One time I was in jail for dealing cocaine, allegedly. They tried to say,
shit.
Or they were gonna try to say, and so then they, there was a kid in there, and I had some cocaine separated. There was a kid in there, a young black kid. Like 17. He was in there for having like a dime bag of weed, you know what I'm saying? This was after decriminalization. So they definitely still use that weed shit for some racism when they can.
Yeah.
Here and there, which they do all the time. Indubitably.
Yeah.
They showed that the disproportionalities in arrests for black youth in Colorado went up for cannabis after they legalized.
What?
Yeah, so the disproportionality. So they're not arresting more
Glad we
folks,
can't have nice
but
things.
the disproportionalities they still arrest folks about cannabis, even though it's legal.
I got busted.
Youth.
I got busted with a joint in Denver, Colorado.
For real?
In 1997.
That sucks.
I
They were
got-
discriminating you, right? Because they didn't care
Right.
about it back
No.
then.
I got
It was
busted
my-
for just a bowl
No,
of weed. Nothing else.
Here's the shitty part about it, right?
Yeah.
It was my 21st birthday.
Oh no.
My
that's-
ID, my
that's no
ID
good.
had
Just
expired.
Just
right?
aged yourself.
Yeah.
Right? My ID had expired,
Yeah.
and I couldn't buy beer from 7-Eleven because they're like, you
Uh-huh.
know, and the liquor stores were closed.
Yeah.
And the bars won't do the same thing, right? So I'm sitting down at the park, and this dude's like, "Hey, what's going on, man?" I was like, "It's my birthday, and everything's closed down because my birthday was on a Sunday."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, "Well, here, give me a joint, right?" So I took it. Like, well, that's fucking rad. Then I think about it, probably a sting operation because I got busted shortly, not too long after that went down. And stuff, so-
Rough.
I didn't go to
your
jail, but
birthday.
I didn't go to jail, but they asked me a bunch of fucking questions,
Yeah.
and I shut the fuck up. I
Yeah,
did not say a fucking
yeah.
word.
Well, so when I got busted, actually, it was almost a comical thing because it was just like it was the end of like a really like rough day, and I literally only had like a bowl's worth of weed, and I stuffed it into. I was grinding it so I could stuff it into a cigarette butt that I took the filter out of. You know what I mean? Like I was just like I was broke, fucking. I think I was job hunting that day. It was like just one of those shitty days, and I'm just in the Taco Bell parking lot. All of a sudden, I'm breaking it apart on my lap. All of a sudden, I just hear knock, knock, knock. And I'm just look up. I'm like, god damn. Okay, all right, let's do this. Because it's in my lap. The weed is like it couldn't be
Right.
more open and obvious. So yeah. So
The
the weird thing though was they cuffed me while they like searched my car when they put me in the back of the car. They like cuffed me. Like they were like otherwise like very like they were like it's just it's a little weed. We gotta search your car or whatever. They were like they're normal friendly
They
weird shit.
They handcuff you for their protection.
Yeah, no, oh
They
yeah, of
can
course, of
kill
course.
you.
Yeah. Just they wouldn't want me to pull my non-existent gun. But no, I watched them search my
Lethal.
trunk, and I just have a bunch of just dumb shit in my trunk. Like random toys, Nerf guns. For my brother. Like I actually had this this wooden ammo box that had just a plaster mask that I made in like 8th grade in it, and that's it. And I saw them like open it up, and they're just like. And like they just stopped searching. They were just like, "This guy's not a threat. This guy's just a weirdo." But yeah, that's not the experience that most people have. Just a lighthearted, haha. But I mean, it was a fucking big ticket. It was a big ass ticket. But I didn't get anything on my record or anything because I mean, it's Madison or whatever. But yeah, it was a bad day. Yeah.
Are you looking for band members? Band?
Yeah, actually, we need a guitar player.
Oh shit! All right.
So-
What's Wait, can we share the band?
Oh, we're still kind of like organizing.
Oh, okay. All right.
Could they reach out to you?
Well, yeah. Reach out to us. We'll
Anywhere?
reach out to Sugar Bear. If you're looking to
How do they
be a
reach out
guitarist.
to you, Sugar Bear?
They just pick up a payphone and start talking.
You could check out. You could just look me up on Facebook
Yeah,
by
that's cool. You don't gotta do it.
Yeah. We can.
Yeah.
They can message us and we can talk
yeah,
about
that'll
it.
probably be the best
We
way.
can screen. We'll screen them for
Lil
you. Yeah. Just
Check
to make
it out.
sure they're not
Sorry.
some
Like a right-wing
fuckers.
Nazi fucker.
Yeah. We gotta be careful about that shit these days.
Lil Guillotine,
Yeah.
you get a
music.
screen
Music.
till you scream.
Yeah.
Community music.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anti-fascist music.
Immunity,
Yeah.
community,
Hell yeah.
anti-fascist.
But yeah, just like getting
ranting
ready for tomorrow.
rations.
Or yeah.
Continuity.
Tomorrow.
We
Continuity.
don't know when this
It's
is
gonna be
coming
weird.
out.
Yeah,
Sugar
yeah,
Bear.
yeah.
Sugar
It's gonna be-
Bear.
It's gonna be weird tomorrow.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah. I'm
Because-
fucking stoked to
Hopefully we'll all be
outnumber some fucking
alive.
fascists.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we'll
because
kill
the
him,
thing
smash
is
him.
like these dudes don't fuck around. They're very serious about what they do.
Yeah.
That's what nobody understands is how serious.
Oh
it
yeah,
is
they're
with these
yeah.
people.
No, I know. I've known people that would be probably interested in this type of thing.
Right.
They're fucking serious.
They like
Yeah.
guns.
But
Yeah.
like, you know, like
Not just that, they have a strong belief in what they believe in.
Yep.
you
Yeah.
know, like
Ideologues.
Thomas
Yep.
Thomas Minsford from the Angelica Upstarts in this documentary I just
The Angelica
watched.
Upstarts?
And the Angelic
Oh, yeah, you mentioned
Oh, is that the part
No.
you
Yeah,
said
the one that I-
documentary that's
Yeah.
being worked
Yeah,
on?
it's called
I've been hearing about
This
that.
is the
called,
second part of
it's
the
called,
podcast.
it's called Fighting Talk, right?
Fighting Talk. Is that the
Yeah.
name of the
This is the-
documentary?
Yeah.
Tight.
And
oh,
this,
shit, I gotta stand up.
he was like, and he said, he's like, pretty much like, history has proven that fascism bases its philosophy on physical force. And if people aren't prepared to meet that force with physical force, then they need to retire from the political arena. Because the fascists feed on fear. They crave it. That's what they want. You know.
Yeah.
To ignore them is to encourage them. So.
Yeah.
I mean, these people are people that if you don't want them in your community, you need to force them out by any means necessary. You know.
Yeah.
I really do hope that people do
Also-
come with their open carry tomorrow. That'd be kind of cool to see.
Well, also, I think it's important to note that if you have a loved one that is falling into fascism, then talk to them before they talk to other people and adjust them. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if you have someone that's taking the dive, fucking jump in there and be like, hey, this is maybe a bad idea.
And listen to ska music and smoke a joint.
Yeah. That original OG fucking political shit, man. Oh, also Streetlight Manifesto.
Yeah.
Riding on the fourth wave.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got a few plugs quick. That's cool. So I just released my first episode of each of my two podcasts, Hero Worship and Rolling Stoned. So if you want to follow the adventures of the two stoners, Ken and Sketch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's
fire.
SoundCloud.com/Rolling Stone podcast.
All right.
And then Hero Worship is a more wholesome podcast about my family.
Oh.
And it's SoundCloud.com/Hero Worship podcast.
That's it. That's it.
That is it.
I mean, let's get it. Let's get it.
Let's get it. All right, so that's everything.
Yep.
You good to go?
I'm good to go.
All
I
right.
need some coffee, bro.
We'll
Where's
see
the 24
y'all
hours?
next week?
All right,
everyone.
peace out.
Peace out.
That's it.